I would like to thank Kia Motors for their 5th annual Independence Tournament. This tournament has grown over the years and it's becoming much larger due to the fact of our successful grassroots program. What I noticed last year in the tournament was a lot of kids coming out of these programs are now eligible in playing, which is making the sport a little more accessible and available in their lifestyle. We all know with this economic climate we are going through, it's difficult, and on behalf of the Tennis Association, we would really like to thank the sponsors, Kia, Larry and family, for being committed to having this tournament yearly. And we are very grateful also to see that there is a co-sponsor, as Buzzy mentioned, who's joined aboard, because tournaments like this give the kids the opportunities lower down in both their academic career and their sporting career. I think Buzzy is going to touch up on a little bit of some of the successes that have come out of this tournament, especially kids that are in university currently, and things like that, as I said, gives opportunities to everyone. So on behalf again of the St. Lucia Tennis Association, I would really deeply like to thank the sponsors for ensuring that this tournament is on our calendar, and they have made mention that it will continue to be on our calendar, which we are very grateful, because this really, as I said, gives the opportunity to the kids. And the kids are the ones that really benefit from this, and their money is behind this. So the sponsor definitely has, in good faith, the sponsoring of this tournament to make sure that, our people growing up, in this world have the opportunities to be successful.
Beyond the tennis tournament, Kia and Northwest, we have been asked to be involved in some grassroots programs through the tennis center. I believe there's a mini tennis component to the tournament that we have invested a little further in, and that's going to probably grow a little bit more. I think it's like a one-day event for the kids who are not big enough to hit the ball completely over the net, but they get involved, and so we've invested a little bit in that. And we've also last year contributed to a tennis camp, which is also in a completely different time of year. I think it was in April or May or something like that. So we have a relationship with the Tennis Association and with the National Tennis Center, and so Northwest, whether it be Kia, will more likely be Kia, but Northwest will continue to work with these two bodies, because we think the work they're doing is extremely important, very worthwhile, and if we can develop it further, that can only add to the future of the tournament. We will be certainly involved.
The tournament will begin on Saturday the 13th of February, and it will finish on the 19th of February. On the Friday, the 12th of February, there will be a mini tennis expo featuring many of the young kids from our schools and junior initiative tennis program. So I'd like to encourage everybody to come out on the Friday and see the young kids put on a display of skill and talent, and then we kick off the tournament on Saturday.
We are indeed thrilled to be the sponsor of this tournament for the 5th year running. It is just what these two gentlemen said that keeps us coming back. It is their commitment and the amount of work that we see that goes into creating an environment for youth development through the game of tennis that keeps Northwest Limited and Kia coming back to the table and wanting to commit to what it takes to put on a tournament of this size and this nature. It is a big commitment, but we believe in the commitment and continued involvement with our community. Tennis is an extraordinary sport. It is not only an individual sport, but it can be even a team sport. But it is such a character-building exercise, it's such a character-building sport that we believe that it's of the nature that fits in with our mantra here at Northwest Limited and Kia Motors. As you know, the first Grand Slam, the International Grand Slam, the Australian Open, is sponsored by Kia Motors, and for years Rafael Nadal, who was #1 in the world, was sponsored by Kia also. And we thought it was a great fit. As I say every year, we are a tennis family. I was somewhat of a player. My brother was a notable player back in the day. My father, even further back in the day. But we love the sport, and the Kia Motors is a perfect fit. And what is happening at the National Tennis Center through the St. Lucia Tennis Association with the grassroots programs that they have is even more a reason for us as a company, as a corporate citizen, to want to remain involved. I cannot stress how important it is to continue that program and how important it is to see what happens through that program in all the tournaments that take place at the center through the association. So we are indeed thrilled to be the sponsor again this year. We are also very pleased to have welcomed Blue Waters as a co-sponsor, and we are engaging more and more corporate citizens to jump on the bandwagon of tennis. And as Mr. Hunt rightly said, it is a fantastically entertaining sport, and the talent that exists here in St. Lucia will astound you. From all levels. It is a great sport and it's not a very hard sport to understand the rules of. So if you're not a tennis fan and just want to come out and see something different, come up to a great facility up at the Beauséjour grounds at the tennis center there and enjoy a thrilling tournament. It's a lot of fun. The kids are having a ball. The competitors are aggressive, and it's a great sport. So do come out on the 13th to the 19th at the Beauséjour grounds and enjoy yourself. As I said, we are thrilled and very pleased to invite Blue Waters on board. We're looking forward to a great tournament and towards many more in the coming years.
We have between 175 and 200 young St. Lucian children participating in tennis as a regular part of their school's curriculum. On any given Saturday, we have a group of young kids taking advantage of learning tennis as part of our grassroots program. Tennis is no longer a semi-irrelevant sport enjoyed by a small number of privileged people. It is now a broad-based sport, and I was overjoyed to see tennis being played as part of the college sports, school sports this year. So tennis has come along, and we've done so with the assistance of you, the members of the press, and good corporate citizens like Mr. Bain and Kia Motors.
Mention to the public out there, you know, it's a tournament that I would encourage the parents and spectators to come and view. There is no charge. The kids really need that support. I mean, I know it's all local players playing, but at the same time, you know, it is very encouraging for the kids to get that moral support when they're on the court, whether they win or they lose. And I would encourage everybody to make the opportunity, if they have, to come up and at least see some of the tennis. And I can tell you, you'll be very surprised to see the type of talent we have out there, and the type of talent that can take these kids very far in the future.
We have no plans that are concrete and set in stone as yet. As I say, this is the first, this beginning of the year, it takes a lot of our energy and a lot of our resources, and every year the tournament gets bigger and more expensive. But we have our eye on a few things that we very much want to be involved in, such as, well, we donate to a lot of other causes. They're not necessarily sporting causes, but Cutty Ranks is a gentleman who has a very noble thing that he does, where he takes care, he does a grooming project with underprivileged kids. So he makes sure that at least they look decent, they get their hair cut, that they can stay away from lice and things like that. But we are very much we're encouraged to get more and more involved in community-based things. We would like to look at more sporting events that we might be able to afford. you know, but it's all economies of scale and where we find the need that we can invest in. So it's a tricky balance, but we very much want to stay in tune with the community. We are very much also, what we do is we work with the community college. We sponsor a prize with the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, and every year there's a winner of the Chairman's Award for Excellence in Engineering. So in education, we're also involved. As a matter of fact, one of the recipients actually got a job here after having gone through the process. So not every winner automatically gets a job, but it just so happened that she applied and she fit the bill, and she happened to be the recipient of that year's Chairman's Award for Excellence in Engineering. So we have our fingers in various pies, but we, as I say, want to be integral in the development of youth and education and sport and those sorts of things that is all about the future of our country.